And welcome back. Tom McDonald here. Nick's doing okay out in Portland as we talk. Rangers lost, Islanders lost, Jets starting to prep for New England. So I thought on a night like tonight, it would be a good time to talk about high school basketball because there's so many good players in the city. And then thinking, if I were a young kid playing high school basketball, say in Florida or the Midwest, and my coach said, hey, we're going to go play a tournament in New York, I'd be thinking to myself, wow, what could be better than that? And what better segue can I have to welcome Jason Curry onto the show tonight? Yeah. Jason, how are you?
Thank you again, Tom, for having me.
And obviously, you are putting together a high school basketball tournament for the 15th and the 17th.
Exactly.
And we were talking before about bringing teams to New York, and when you say when you try and get a team to New York, hardly anybody turns you down.
Yeah, I mean, you know, New York City basically, you know, the mecca of high school basketball, the mecca of basketball in general. You know, we've built this up for the past 8 years now, and we have a quality product where a lot of schools from around the country actually call us now to try to get invites.
If I had a high school across the country and I knew there was a tournament in New York, and then somebody was going to pay for my team and things like that, I'm saying, let's go. I'm calling this guy up.
Yeah.
So who do you got coming up here this year for the 15th and the 17th, and where will the games be played?
Yeah, it's a pretty loaded field. We have 15 schools here coming to New York from around the country, predominantly on the East Coast. The showcase will be held at Baruch College on Saturday, January the 15th, and Monday, January the 17th. This in a really elite showcase. We have a lot of kids headed to various Big East schools, ACC schools. We have a lot of the top talent from New York City, as well as a lot of top talent coming in from around the country. Let's
keep your fingers crossed that the snow that's been plaguing us for the last couple of weeks doesn't come up and bite you. One of the guys that played in the tournament, Kemba Walker, who's now with UConn, played in the tournament that you are, and we see him. What number is he there?
Kemba Walker actually just scored falling on the floor, number 15. He was in our showcase during 2007 when he attended Rice High School. As you mentioned, currently leading the nation in scoring. And we actually had a great matchup for Kemba during his junior year when he was at Rice. He actually faced off against Johnny Flynn, who was a senior at Niagara Falls High School at the time, now in the NBA with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Kemba got the best of him that day. Rice went on and actually hammered Niagara Falls 71-49. But you saw during that day that Kemba Walker had a lot of talent, really holding his own offensively and doing a great job on Johnny Flynn defensively.
Just out of curiosity, say if you were a high school star here in New York and say I was a high school star in Pennsylvania, would we know about each other? We would.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, the way, you know, a lot of the AAU showcases are now, a lot of kids play during the summer. They travel, all of the top kids attend camps together. And then probably the biggest thing is the internet. You know, a lot of people are really aware of who the marquee players are around the country because they're able to follow everyone online.
You know, it's interesting. I've talked to a number of college coaches in all different sports about the internet, and they say the one thing that they really can't stand right now in recruiting is that you have to email these kids, text these kids, IM these kids all the time. Do you find that to be the case in the young guys that you talk with?
Yeah, I mean, you know, recruiting is really a serious business, and as you know, Tom, especially for the college coaches, it's their livelihood. You know, so, you know, everyone is really trying to get the creme de la creme in terms of the best players in the country. So, you know, from, you know, any type of strategies that coaches can apply in order to try to get their way into the best recruits, you know, they will do so. And obviously, if you're one of the elite programs in the country, you really have to try to work out outwork other people.
Yeah, and you got to just stay in their ear and stay in their ear, stay in their ear. So say if there was 5 schools, before we get back to your tournament, just for the heck of it, say we were both good players and 5 schools came to us. What would a kid believe are the 5 elite college basketball programs now?
Well, first of all, if a schools were recruiting us together, you know, I know I like to score, so I'd ask you if you like to pass the ball.
I like to pass.
I know we can make it work.
We can make it work. But I mean, UConn, I know, has been great recruiting. Duke is not so much a recruiting school because of the standards that they set, but say Duke, take Duke out of the equation, who beside UConn if we were young guys that we would want to say, oh, I want to go and play there? Is it the coach or is it the college?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both, but I think right now, you know, the coaches really do a good job of establishing relationships with the kids. So a lot of times when kids choose colleges, it's really they're allegiant to the coach, the program, the teammates. You know, the university does have a lot to do with it, but I think more times than not, it's really the tie-in and that personal relationship that you gain with the coach during the recruiting process.
You know, and over the years of watching a lot of high school games in New York City, to see some big-time coaches in the stand always, like, amazes me. You go, I got Rick Pitino there watching this game, you know? Yeah. Who's a hot shot in New York right now that's going to be in your tournament that people could turn out and say, I've got to watch this guy play?
Yeah, well, there's actually a couple of kids. One kid in particular who I like by the name of Maurice Harkless. He's actually a Queens native, attended Forest Hills High School last year, and he'll be one of the players showcased in our event this year. We have footage of him here. We see him right here in number 4. He's about 6'6", 6'7", very multi-dimensional player, smooth player. You can even tell by his demeanor on the court. You know, almost makes it look easy, you know, taking it in for the steal. He'll be attending St. John's University, one of the major players that St. John's was able to recruit right now. The Red Storm have the number 3 recruited class in the nation coming in for next season, led by Maurice Harkless. And actually, coming into this event, we actually have 3 of the 6 players at St. John's assigned. Maurice Harkless from South Kenton, Connecticut, along with 2 players coming up from Quality Education in North Carolina, Dominic Pointer and Dwight Meekley. So,
and all 3 of those guys will be going to St. John's. A lot of guys say, folks, I love basketball. A lot of people say to me, well, why would a kid from this city all of a sudden wind up in South Kent? And I say, well, a lot of times you got to get your grades up to be able to make the qualifications of the college that's recruiting you. Is that what they do?
Yeah, I mean, some of it is academically, some of it, you know, the other thing with going away to prep schools and boarding schools is that the distraction in terms of being away from New York, there's a lot less distractions, and the kids can actually really develop their games a lot quicker because there's nothing else to do but stay in the gym. And then the other thing is some kids, in terms of the social factor, really need to get away in terms of being able to grow, mature, and adjust and develop.
Do you see another part of the world?
And even to develop themselves, you know, mature-wise, and being able to get ready for college.
I want to talk about you with St. John's and more about your tournament, which is the Big Apple Basketball Invitational at Baruch.
Exactly.
On the 15th and the 17th.
Yes.
That's pretty good?
Yeah, excellent.
All right, when we come back, I want to talk about how Lavin has done so well recruiting at St. John's and talk more about some young guys that we can focus on. SportsOn1 at NY1.com is our email address, sportson1 at NY1.com. Telephone number to talk with myself and Jason Curry is 212-NY1-TALK. You've ever heard the name Ashraf Rockaboo? And if you haven't, Jason Curry is going to explain who he is and where you're going to be able to see him and where he's playing right now.
Yeah, another local talent, Big East product, headed to Villanova University, attends Long Island Lutheran, and they're actually in the event. They have 2 games. They're playing on Saturday.
That's him scoring the ball right there, 24?
Yep, number 24, 6'3", 6'4", 2 guard. Very good ability to score the basketball, but as I was saying, they're playing Paul Robeson High School on Saturday, and then they have a great matchup on Monday playing Rice High School, one of the New York City powers. And with Ashraf going to Villanova, Rice has a wing kid of their own by the name of Jermaine Sanders, who some people consider the best player in the city, who's going to Cincinnati. So that'll be a great matchup of 2 future Big East players.
And you have some pictures of Jermaine, the best high school player in New York?
Yeah, well, actually, Jermaine hasn't participated in our event, but we do have one more kid, Tavon Sledge, who I like to show, who really turned out our event last year as a junior at Hills West High School.
Okay.
He teamed with Tobias Harris, who was a McDonald's All-American. But here you can see how quick at 5'9" he has the ability to push the ball up the court, and very athletic. Yeah. In all of these highlights here, you can really see Tavon's athleticism, where he has the ability to push the ball, finish. There he's feeding Tobias Harris, who's now a freshman at Tennessee. And then here an end-of-game situation again, just a complete blur with the basketball, and at his size has the ability to finish. They play on Monday here in the city in our event against another New York City power, Abraham Lincoln. So, you know, aside from having great talent, I'm really excited about the matchups that we have this weekend.
I can't believe how quick that little point guard was. Who's he playing for now?
Yeah, he's a senior at Hills West High School, and he'll be attending Iowa State next year.
Wow, I mean, and plus the way he saw the court, you know, when you can go to the basket like that and draw the defense to you, and then you're good enough to see the open floor and get it to a teammate. That's basketball at its best right there.
Exactly.
How many people do you get at Baruch for these games?
We drew up pretty well. I anticipate, you know, each day having about 1,500 to 2,000 people each day, which is about the capacity of the college. So we usually, especially for a lot of our marquee events, you know, sometimes we even sold out the venue.
Baruch, for the people that don't know, where is it?
Yeah, Baruch College located on the corner of East 24th Street and Lexington Avenue. And all of the information in terms of the scheduling, the players, and everything is also on our website at www.bigAppleBasketball.com.
BigAppleBasketball.com. And of course, what do I have to pay to get in?
Oh, $10 for adults, $5 for students. We make it very economical.
Yeah, that's nice. And it's true, and it's fun. I've always, the reason I like high school basketball, you love to watch kids mature then as they go on to the next level and the next level after that. You know, it's really fun. Thanks for coming in, especially on such a tough night like tonight. And it was fun to see the video. So it's the Big Apple Basketball Invitational, the 15th and the 17th at Baruch on 24th Street here in Manhattan. Jason Curry, thanks, and safe home. And when we come back, I know a lot of Jet fans want to get on board, and we'll let you do that when we come back and bring you up to date where the Knicks are with Portland. Sports on 1 at NY1.com is our email address.